This one is special. This was one of those techniques that I was particularly happy being able to decipher and rediscover from Budo manual. Originally I had planned to keep this one for my complete presentation of techniques, but then again I have already published the video explaining regular Taino Henko, and so as those two techniques are very closely related, I think there's no point in keeping it away from disclosing. So again, I hope you'll enjoy my new video as well as benefit from it. Thank you for watching. This is the third technique appearing in the Budo 1938 manual, named Taino Henko to the left and right. The way Saito Sensei understood it is after you've been grabbed, turn like that, extending arms sideways instead of in front. He kept demonstrating it to show how Sensei's Aikido kept evolving over the years. So we have short instructions and only 2 pictures accompanying it. And from first glance it appears that there are only the finishing position shown, from 2 different angles. But let's analyze these pictures more closely. We have Ueshiba Sensei turned to the back of his uke while extending his left arm. The feet position are identical. The effect on the uke, the way he bends forward, again is the same. So maybe this is very same exercise as indicated in the book. However, the devil is in the detail. There is one distinct difference. Please pay attention to Sensei's left arm. In this Taino Henko, Sensei's forearm and fingers are pointing horizontally or forward. In this picture, forearm resembles an arc shape, pointing upward. Also in this shot, point of contact is at the belly level, while in this shot, the chest level, so noticeably higher. So what does this mean? Maybe Master Ueshiba simply happened to hold his arm differently in 2 different shots of the same technique. Definitely unlikely. This was very carefully organized photo session. Photo camera technology was quite primitive before the war. Any dynamic fast movements would have resulted in blurred images. Okay then. Those hand positions are intentionally different. For what purpose then? Why would you have your hand pointing forward in one takeover exercise and in another changing it to pointing upward? This is because those 2 shots are from 2 different situations or grabs. As the attack changes, the grab changes, so your technique too. Ueshiba Sensei taught many variations of techniques according to the way you've been grabbed, as in Morotedori grabs or Kokyudosa grabs. So then, what kind of grab makes you alter the basic Taino Henko? The supplied instructions in the manual doesn't help much. It says, grab as in previous attack, concentrate your ki in your fingertips, make a large half turn and finish in strong Roppo stance, while being aware of your surroundings. So all we get are simple instructions and 2 finishing positions from 2 different techniques, as it turns out. This book has been really poorly organized, and this is only one example, the first example. My breakthrough in unraveling this technique happened after I noticed that in this shot, contact point is held at the belly level, and in this shot, at chest level. This clearly indicated the difference in the grab height. Now, this is, let's call it, standard Taino Henko executed from Chudan position. I have already made video about it. Notice how my movement puts me exactly in the right position. What is important is to use your Tegatana in spiral manner in basic Taino Henko. Using your arm as in simple leverage results in weakened contact point. I'd say the difference is quite obvious. So now, what if you've been grabbed higher in Jordan position? Now situation changes. If you try to move your body in the same manner as before, your elbow inevitably has to come up and your balance is compromised. In short, you cannot do the same Jordan grab. Situation has changed. So now instead of lifting your elbow up, you must sink it down. This is the very same principle as found in Morote Dorikokyo exercises, for example. Again, don't use simple leverage, use spiral leverage. Notice how this disrupts his balance while you keep maintaining yours. So this is what makes your fingers pointing upward. Now let's do a complete exercise. Here, now this puts me neatly in the exact same position as in this picture. In many cases, this is how I unravel these techniques. If I could put myself in exact same position, I knew I got it right, and vice versa. So this is Forgotten Taino Henko Jordan exercise. I name it Forgotten because apparently nobody practices it anymore. Now let's try adding my second hand in front, or so-called modern way of doing. Now this is position that Iwamari practitioners should recognize. Saito Sensei, for the most of his teaching career, would finish Taino Henko in this position, with fingers pointing up. Interestingly, in his last years, he changed it back to this form. Obviously, what happened is that Sensei sometimes would teach Taino Henko from Jordan position and sometimes from Chuden position without making distinction. The ending form that stuck with Saito Sensei is the one of Taino Henko Jordan. To strengthen the assertion even further that more than one way of doing Taino Henko had been taught, we have one of the art's most notable technicians, Sensei-san himself, Kishimaru Shiba. As we can see in his old books on Aikido, he had two methods of doing Taino Henko, one with fingers pointing forward and one with fingers pointing upward, though I cannot confirm if he did it differently because of different grabs. The books are in Japanese. Also, Abe Sensei used to practice Taino Henko in two ways. Anyway, I'm totally convinced of this technique's accuracy and that Sensei kept teaching it after the war too. Taino Henko, Chudan and Jordan holds equal importance as there are more than one way to grab. And now for the first time presented here for everybody to enjoy and practice. To wrap things up, I must mention that there's one more important Taino Henko in existence. Also, the purpose of Taino Henko is to develop connected body and to develop strong hips. The hardest thing is to let go of your muscular strength in your arms and to replace it with the flow of your ki. Only then you'll start grasping the real meaning and importance of this exercise. So have fun trying this technique out. See you soon in my yet another video. Thank you for watching.